Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani have always been one of the most talked about couples in country and pop music, a pair that merged two very different musical worlds into one beautiful love story. Ever since they met on the set of The Voice, fans have followed their journey closely through the ups, the downs, and everything in between. Their chemistry on camera was undeniable from the start, and it didn't take long for their friendship to blossom into a romance that became one of the most adored in entertainment. But recently, the couple's devoted followers have begun to notice something different. The two have been spending time apart, and it sparked curiosity, speculation, and even concern among those who have loved watching their relationship flourish. However, what's really happening behind the scenes seems to be less about conflict and more about balance, growth, and the natural evolution of two powerful careers that continue to evolve in different directions. Blake Shelton's life has shifted dramatically since stepping away from The Voice after more than a decade as one of its most beloved coaches. For him, leaving the show wasn't just about freeing up his schedule. It was about rediscovering himself outside of the Hollywood grind. He wanted to return to his country roots, spend more time in Oklahoma, and focus on living a quieter, more grounded life. Those who know Blake best have often described him as a simple man who finds happiness in the little things: fishing, tending to his ranch, and enjoying time away from bright lights and busy schedules. After years of living in the public eye and juggling tours, tapings, and television appearances, he needed to slow down and reconnect with the person he was before fame became his everyday reality. Meanwhile, Gwen Stefani has been heading in a completely different direction. Her creative energy has been reignited, and she's been diving headfirst into new music, fashion projects, and even returning to television. As one of pop's most iconic voices, Gwen thrives on expression, collaboration, and performance. For her, staying busy and creatively stimulated isn't just work, it's who she is. She's been splitting her time between Los Angeles and various commitments that keep her constantly in motion. While Blake finds peace in stillness, Gwen finds inspiration in movement. It's a difference that could easily create distance, but in their case, it seems to be helping them appreciate each other even more deeply. Reports of them spending time apart have sparked rumors of tension, but those close to the couple suggest it's actually a healthy adjustment rather than a crisis. Relationships, especially ones under public scrutiny, often require both people to find their own rhythm. For Gwen and Blake, time apart doesn't mean emotional distance. It's about maintaining a sense of independence and balance in a relationship that's constantly watched and analyzed by millions. After all, they fell in love not because they were identical, but because they complemented each other in ways that felt authentic and real. When they first started dating, their connection was built on shared heartbreak and mutual understanding. Both were going through painful divorces, and they found solace in each other's honesty and humor. Over time, that bond deepened into something steady and enduring. They've often said that laughter is the secret to their relationship, and even now, when they're spending time in separate places, that sense of humor and lightheartedness remains intact. Gwen has shared in past interviews that she adores Blake's calm energy, his ability to make her feel grounded when life gets chaotic. Blake, in turn, has said that Gwen brings out the best in him, adding color and vibrancy to his world. Their love story has always been about embracing differences. Gwen's world is glitzy, stylish, and filled with creative energy. Blake's world is simple, rooted, and full of country charm. Together, they found a balance that felt effortless most of the time. But as their careers continue to evolve, they've had to navigate how to give each other space to grow individually without drifting apart emotionally. That's no easy feat, especially when both are public figures whose every move is examined under a magnifying glass. Recently, Gwen has been busy with multiple creative ventures, including new music and fashion collaborations that have taken her across the country and even overseas. Her energy for reinvention seems limitless, and she's often seen at events and appearances where Blake is notably absent. Meanwhile, Blake has been focused on life in Oklahoma, his bar and restaurant chain Ole Red, and his upcoming projects that align more with his rural lifestyle. While fans may see this physical distance as something negative, insiders suggest that it's simply part of how the couple is learning to coexist in two worlds that rarely slow down. Friends say they still talk constantly and visit each other whenever their schedules allow. In fact, this period apart may be strengthening their relationship in ways that continuous togetherness never could. Being apart gives them the chance to miss each other, to appreciate what they've built, and to remember why their connection is so special. It's a reminder that even the most glamorous love stories require patience, trust, and a deep understanding of each other's dreams. For Blake, it's also about honoring the promise he made to himself when he left The Voice, to prioritize a simpler life. He's been spending more time with family, working on his ranch, and staying connected to his roots. He's often said that fame never mattered to him as much as authenticity does. Gwen, on the other hand, has been vocal about her passion for creativity and how it fuels her happiness. She thrives when she's surrounded by inspiration, whether it's through music, art, or her fashion line. While it may seem like they're on opposite ends of the spectrum, both are ultimately doing what brings them joy, and that's a sign of a mature, healthy relationship. It's also worth noting that this dynamic isn't new for them. Even during their time on The Voice together, they balanced busy schedules with personal life. They've always had to juggle commitments, and this new phase is just a continuation of that balance. What makes their love story different from many Hollywood couples is the foundation of mutual respect they share. They both understand that personal fulfillment and professional purpose don't have to come at the expense of love. When they do reunite, it's often in the most heartfelt ways. Fans have spotted them enjoying quiet moments together, attending family gatherings, or performing side by side at special events. Those moments remind everyone why their relationship works. They're each other's biggest supporters. Gwen often gushes about how Blake has been a steady presence in her life, someone who helped her rediscover happiness when she least expected it. Blake, in turn, has never shied away from praising Gwen's strength and talent, calling her his greatest blessing. The time apart may be a reflection of how deeply they trust each other. In a world where celebrity relationships often crumble under pressure, Blake and Gwen seem to be rewriting the rules. They're showing that love doesn't always mean constant togetherness. Sometimes it means giving each other the freedom to grow individually. They've built a relationship rooted in friendship, understanding, and mutual admiration, and that's why their bond continues to endure despite the challenges of fame and distance. For fans, it's easy to worry when beloved couples take a step back from the spotlight together, but those who followed Blake and Gwen's journey from the start know that their connection has never been superficial. It's built on real emotion, shared values, and a love for music and life that transcends trends or headlines. Whether they're spending time together on a red carpet or apart in their respective worlds, what unites them remains constant: a deep respect for who the other person is. In the end, this period of separation may be just another chapter in their ongoing love story, one that continues to evolve and inspire. Both Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani are learning how to maintain love amid changing priorities and growing ambitions, proving that the strongest relationships are the ones that allow room for both individuality and togetherness. Their story reminds fans everywhere that even when love takes different paths, it can still lead to the same destination: a shared heart that beats in harmony, no matter the distance.